Hello, in this video I will talk about some of my favorite FNAF animatronics. Why? Well, I just feel like talking about FNAF animatronics that I really like. Keep in mind that the animatronics I will talk about are in no particular order. Comment down your favorite FNAF animatronics and whether you disagree or agree with my opinions. Speaking of, this video is just my opinion. If I like an animatronic you don't like, then that's okay. That's what opinions are for. I don't love the animatronics I talk about equally, but I think it would be too difficult for me to rank them. So without further ado, let's start. The first animatronic I will talk about is a fan favorite. That's right, it's the Smelly Dead Corpse from Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Also known as Springtrap. Springtrap was first introduced in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 as the main antagonist. I love him because his design and the whole idea is amazing. The idea of taking the main villain, the guy who killed all of the children, the guy you've only seen in 8-bit sprite art and only heard about is so cool. And I really like how Springtrap's design is. It has the right balance of showing you William Afton's body through the suit, not too much to the point where there is too little of Spring Bonnie, but not too little to the point where there is too little Afton. Now, Springtrap is not perfect. I think his jumpscares in FNAF 3 were weak. They were too slow and nothing much was happening. They were not scary at all. However, the way Springtrap looks in the cameras is pretty scary. He's very difficult to see, which I feel adds to the creepy factor. Because what's scarier than a child murderer's corpse stuck in a giant robotic suit that is trying to kill you? That's right, a child murderer's corpse stuck in a giant robotic suit that is trying to kill you that you are unable to see. I feel like Springtrap is at his best in FNAF 3. I mean, look at Ultimate Custom Night. He isn't really all that creepy here, and I feel like that is because the environment around Springtrap doesn't fit his design. FNAF 3's design was green and dark and creepy, but I just feel like Springtrap fits better more in the dark style of FNAF 3 than in the style of Ultimate Custom Night. Although Springtrap obviously isn't perfect, I feel like he is an amazing character and he may be my favorite character in the entire franchise. His lore and design is something few other animatronics in FNAF are able to replicate. If any, to be honest. Even if his jumpscares weren't the best and his Ultimate Custom Night appearance was pretty weak and the eyes on the Help Wanted model were a bit weird, I still think Springtrap is a brilliant character and he definitely deserves the praise he gets because Springtrap can be terrifying in FNAF 3. The next animatronic is everyone's favorite Mangle of animatronic parts, Mangle. Mangle was first introduced in FNAF 2, and there's just something about Mangle I really like. I like the idea that Mangle was just an animatronic that kept being broken by kids, so they stopped repairing Mangle because the employees got tired of repairing them. Their design is really cool. I like how they are a mangle of parts. It gives them a unique look with 3 legs and 2 heads. Yeah, it's a little weird, but I feel like it fits Mangle, because that's what the Mangle is supposed to be, a mangle of parts. Also, Mangle's creepy distorted voice is iconic. Whenever I hear this, I immediately think of Mangle, and you don't hear it often enough in FNAF 2 to the point where it becomes annoying, which is a really good thing. Mangle has appeared in many FNAF games, and for good reasons. I really like Mangle's unique design. Mangle is also pretty creepy, and the fact that they can climb on the ceiling is really cool. I mostly like Mangle for their design, but there's nothing really bad about Mangle. Well, except for one thing. Mangle's renders in FNAF 2 sometimes look really weird, like they're just images. It is theorized that this is the case because Mangle was a late addition to FNAF 2, but still, Mangle's renders in some of the cameras definitely look worse than the renders other animatronics have. Overall, Mangle has a really cool and unique design, and brought some cool new ideas like an animatronic that can climb on ceilings and a creepy dismantled and dismembered animatronic. Moving on, we'll talk about Balloon Boy. Just joking, but Nightmare BB is pretty cool. The actual animatronic we'll talk about next is the big man himself, DJ Music Man. DJ Music Man was introduced in FNAF Security Breach, which is the latest FNAF game at the time of making this video. I like DJ Music Man because his inclusion in the game is a surprising one. What I mean by that is the fact that I didn't expect a giant spider DJ climbing on the walls. The sequence with DJ Music Man where you have to turn on all of the levers is really cool. Honestly, my favorite part of Security Breach. And the music that played during that sequence was a banger. His design really fits the whole DJ theme he has. And he can be absolutely terrifying, especially when he tries to crush you in the bathroom and when he starts to chase you. It's almost like a giant spider capable of easily crushing you invokes some kind of fear. However, he only appears in this one section of the game, so he doesn't get a lot of screen time. But on the other hand, that means that he doesn't overstay his welcome in the game. I kinda hope we can see more of DJ Music Man in the Ruin DLC for Security Breach. Also, DJ Music Man's appearance in the Security Breach trailer led us to getting the famous MatPat Music Man reaction. I just think DJ Music Man was a really creative addition to the animatronics in Security Breach. Though I have to wonder, how did they get him in the Pizzaplex? It's not like he would be able to fit through the doors. The whole idea of him crawling in these holes and being able to climb on walls was very cool. Even though he was only in the game for a short amount of time, I feel like he was a worthwhile addition to the Security Breach roster. His teeth look like piano keys, and he has headphones on. These little details add up to me absolutely loving DJ Music Man. Music Man went from being a weird animatronic you can buy in Pizzeria Simulator to a giant cool DJ and a little rusty wind-up toy. But I think it's funny how you first see Music Man return in the game as a tiny toy, and then you see Music Man as an enormous DJ. It's just really surprising, especially if you didn't watch the trailers. Overall, DJ Music Man was a really cool and creative animatronic. I hope we get to see DJ Music Man in the Security Breach DLC. The next animatronic we will be taking a look at is Withered Bonnie. Why do I like Withered Bonnie so much? Well, it's not like he's a revolutionary animatronic in the FNAF franchise, but I just think that his design is really creepy. Withered Bonnie was first introduced in FNAF 2 as one of the Withered animatronics. There's something all of the Withered animatronics have in common, and that is that they are all very scary, especially Bonnie and Chica. There is something about Bonnie missing the front part of his head that is just super creepy. You can see his wires and endoskeleton, which is terrifying. His creepy exposed animatronic skeleton is also paired with creepy red eyes. Withered Bonnie is also missing an arm and has other damages to him. However, the most recognizable part is obviously his face, or lack thereof, because it makes him look creepy. Seeing his face in the FNAF 2 hallway was horrifying, and seeing him appear in the vent and your office gave off the same feeling. Though his jumpscare was a bit lame, it could still scare you, but it just felt like an image of Withered Bonnie quickly zooming in. But besides that, Withered Bonnie is really creepy. He also appeared in Ultimate Custom Night and Help Wanted. Withered Bonnie was really creepy in Help Wanted too. Oh, and I like how the voice lines he has in Ultimate Custom Night are puns about faces and not having a face. Alright, the next animatronic is pretty similar to Withered Bonnie, and I like the next animatronic for many of the same reasons I like Withered Bonnie. That animatronic is Withered Chica. Just like Withered Bonnie, Withered Chica was first introduced in FNAF 2. Withered Chica has a really creepy design. You can see her endoskeleton mouth in between her beak, and she is missing half of both her arms. There's just something about her big eyes and exposed endoskeleton mouth that just look really scary. The way Chica looks in the cameras is also terrifying. I like both Withered Chica and Withered Bonnie because they are really creepy animatronics. Withered Freddy and Withered Foxy are still scary, however I feel like Bonnie and Chica are scarier. Oh, and I also like River Chica's voice in Ultimate Custom Night. The last animatronic we will be taking a look at is Foxy, the Pirate Fox. The classic broken robotic fox from the first Five Nights at Freddy's game. He is definitely one of the most popular animatronics, and for good reasons. Foxy was very different from the other FNAF 1 animatronics. You could see that he was broken. Some of his endoskeleton was exposed, which gave him a really unique look. He also had a different gameplay mechanic than the other animatronics, which helped him stand out. Instead of slowly progressing throughout the pizzeria, Foxy would peek out of the curtain and go further away from it, until he leaves and starts running towards your office. This was very different and caught a lot of new players off guard. The animation of Foxy running is really cool, and the way he bangs on the office door is really creepy, especially in Help Wanted. When you see Foxy running towards your office, you have very little time left to close the door in order to prevent Foxy from jump scaring you, which is really stressful. Foxy's overall design is a really good one, and he was pretty creepy. I also love his pirate theme. I feel like the pirate theme fits him because he is broken. I just really love this pirate fox, even if he is a bit rusty and damaged. Well, those were my favorite FNAF animatronics. Remember that this is just my opinion, and you should comment down your favorite FNAF animatronics. This video was honestly really fun to make, and a bit challenging. Thinking about which animatronics were my favorites was no easy task, and I really like other animatronics even if they were not on this list. Honestly, I dislike very few animatronics in the FNAF franchise. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I know that my upload schedule hasn't been the best, so I promise it will get better for the 6,379th time. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and maybe even subscribing. This was GameSpeaking, and goodbye.